All right, Mariah. Mariah, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I was born in Los Angeles, California.
What part?
East LA.
East LA.
Yes.
What nationality are you?
I'm Filipino and Mexican.
Filipino and Mexican.
Yes.
And you had both your mom and dad when you were young?
I didn't have parents growing up. I was raised in foster homes.
What happened to your parents, do you think?
What happened to my parents was they were on drugs, so they couldn't really take care of me at the time.
And how was the foster system?
It treated me very poorly, I didn't enjoy being without my family. Yeah.
Your childhood must have been rough.
It was very rough.
Do you remember some of the things you went through?
I could say I went through a lot. I went through living with different families, getting used to them, and it wasn't easy. I had a lot of tantrums with them, and I would misbehave because I would tell them the only person, who could take care of me is my mom, and you guys are gonna have to see that the hard way.
So you misbehaved?
Yes. I know. I feel like me misbehaving as a little kid, it affects me now big time.
In what ways?
Just anger. That's what.
You're
anger.
angry? What do you think you're angry at?
I'm angry for the lost, for being lost. Kind of.
For just being thrown aside?
Yeah.
Yeah. How far did you go in school?
I went up to 11th grade.
And how'd you get introduced to this line of work?
I got introduced by, honestly, it was just me walking around, and I got picked up.
You got approached?
Yes. So they had asked me, they said, "You're looking fine," and had offered money. So I just was, took it and said, yeah.
How old were you?
I was about 16 years old.
16. And you realized right then and there you could make money?
Yes.
Have you had regular jobs?
Yes, I had regular jobs, but they were only for 6 months, not long.
And how old are you now?
23 years old.
23.
Yes.
And you work with a pimp?
I did, but no, not anymore.
What's your experience been since you've been doing this? It's been quite a while now.
Yes, it has. Honestly, I could say my experience with this is every time I kind of walk out there, I kind of feel uncomfortable. I feel like, my life's at risk sometimes. And,
Sure.
Yes, and I just sometimes feel like I don't know where it's gonna take me. I don't know what's gonna happen next, or So life, it is a risk being out there.
Have you ever had any good experiences or good nights when you
Yes,
made a lot of money or had a guy who treated you nicely?
Yes, there was one guy who actually paid $1,000 just for my company.
What happened to him?
He said that something happened to his dick afterwards. I don't know. He said that it just wasn't working for him. His dick wasn't working. I don't know.
Who knows? Are diseases something you worry about?
Is there something I'm worried about?
Are diseases, the sexually transmitted diseases?
Oh yes, very, very much. I use protection all the time.
Have you ever caught anything?
I believe one time, yes.
There's a lot of things going around.
Yes.
In that subculture.
Yes.
What have you learned about men from doing this kind of work?
I learned that they're you gotta, they're really smart. You have to first, get to know, them. You have to feel their vibe, kind of. You have to, I don't know, it's just, you have to make sure you're, with the right person, with the right
figure
guy.
out if you can trust them.
Yes, because, sometimes it's hard for me to understand if, he's gonna do me wrong or not.
Have you had things like that happen to you?
Yes. Yes.
What's the worst thing you've seen since you've been doing this?
The worst thing I seen was a gun pulled out on me to my head.
You know, most other people doing, let's say it was another job and you had a gun pulled on you, and there was a likelihood it might happen again, they would quit that job.
Yes. They would.
But you continue,
Yes.
regardless, right?
Yes.
Are drugs a part of your life?
They weren't until I had a pimp. Until, yeah.
Did he introduce you to that?
No. He just stresses me out.
Oh, it's just the wear and tear of that lifestyle, or that having that partnership made
Yes.
you use. And what drug was that?
Meth.
Crystal meth,
Yes.
which in turn keeps you up all night and makes it easier for you to do this work, right?
Yes.
How much do you make in a night?
I can make 1,000 in a night. Actually, that would have to take a day, not the night. Like a day and night. Yes.
Is it so you make more money during the day or at night?
I make money during the night and the day, and I can make a rack, about 1,000.
How many days a week do you work?
I work every day.
So you must have a pimp.
I do.
Yeah,
Just right now we're kind of arguing.
right. Do you have children?
Yes, I have 2 kids.
And where are they?
They're with my sister's grandma.
When you were a young girl, did you have dreams of doing something different with your life?
Oh yes, I wanted to become a teacher.
Hmm.
Yes, for kids.
I could see you as a teacher.
Thank you.
And you're still young enough to do that.
Yes.
What are your goals now? I mean, where would you like to be in 5 years?
I see myself in 5 years studying. Like I want to study for something, and I want to study into becoming like an attorney, or like probation or something like that. Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your greatest strength?
I would say my greatest strength is I never give up.
Emotionally, what does this work do to you?
Tears me apart.
Does it?
Very much.
I can imagine. What, just the depression of being out there selling yourself?
Well, it's everything behind it. It's, it's where you come from, It's what leads you to being that. Like, it's just, abandonment, it's everything. Not having the right friends around with you.
Do you have friends?
I don't. I cannot make friends.
Yeah. No, almost every girl I've asked who does this kind of work, I've asked her if she has friends, and they all say no.
Yeah, we're not easy to make friends with.
What's it like when you're out there on the street and there are other girls on the same corner as you? Do you guys get along, or do you?
Oh, yeah, we get along. It's actually nice running into them and meeting new people.
What's the attitude like when guys pull up and you offer yourself to them, but they turn you down? Does that impact your self-esteem, or do you just understand that?
Honestly, a little bit. It makes me like, okay, am I like, am I like, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong today? Like, and then it makes me put me down. Like, and I do make a phone call to my daddy, and I tell him, there's something wrong. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not catching any dates, and I don't think I could do this today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be difficult when you're out there almost naked.
Yes.
Where do you stay at night? Where do you live?
At night, I stay with,
Or do you just work
honestly,
all night?
whatever I can find, whoever I can.
So you don't have an apartment?
I jump house to house. I stay in Hesperia, but I don't like to be out there. It's so boring.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Regrets? I have one big regret, which is losing my kids to an accident.
What was the accident?
I got in an electronic bicycle accident, and I had the baby with me on the chest carrier, and we both got into an accident. We hit a pole on the bike. When they considered it child endangerment, they tried to say I put my child in danger on purpose. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
You still believe in love,
Yes.
despite what you're seeing men do?
Yes.
I'm assuming a lot of your clients are married.
Oh, yes, a lot of them.
And some of these guys probably get attracted to you and either become regulars or they become stalkers sometimes, right?
Yes. Can be crazy.
What advice would you give to somebody, a young girl maybe who's thinking about doing this kind of work?
Well, honestly, if it was my little sister, I wouldn't want her out here. I would tell her, to know her worth, to know what her body is that her body's a temple.
Do you know? Do you see the self-worth as being the issue? Is like why you got into this? And
Yes.
yeah,
I feel it's because of men hurting me, honestly. The more men hurt me, the more I say, I can't get in a relationship or get this, It draws me further from wanting to find love.
Was there anything you went through as a young girl?
Yes, I got molested
At what age?
at 12.
Sorry. Yeah, that impacts your self-worth terribly. Right?
Yes.
You been in love before?
Yes. Well, I actually felt it.
Hopefully you'll find that again.
Hopefully, I believe, Jesus has his plans.
And Mariah, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
I would say the most important lesson is to stop letting people take advantage of me, because that hasn't gotten me anywhere. Just stuck in the same spot.
All right, Mariah, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I wish you lots of luck. I hope you get back with your kids. Thank you.